After recent contentious films that we've been showing Kiki, I thought we'd curate some trailers that were age appropriate.
Oh.
So the first one is called Driller Killer 3. And it just involves a drill bit going. Anyway, no, this is a film called A Kid Like Jake, stars Claire Danes, Octavia Spencer, the woman from Shape of Water. She was her friend. And from Hidden Figures. This was a big success at Sundance. And let's say it's about parenting issues.
I think he wants you.
Like that jingly music.
Jake's very special. He's always like doing things his own way.
Where are you guys applying?
Oh boy.
Even if we could afford it, is it private school even what I want for Jake? I know we've always said we're not those parents, but
I can't afford to be.
the numbers are ridiculous. You have to remember, everybody wants diversity. Why not talk a little about his gender expansive play? You want him to be somewhere he can thrive, right? You really don't think it's weird?
I mean, he does like to play dress up. That's not news.
Yeah, he likes fairy tales, but maybe that's not the most critical thing worth mentioning.
He asked why boys can't wear skirts.
I don't want to send him off to kindergarten labeled.
He's only 4. What if he starts thinking there's something wrong with him?
Where is my favorite grandson?
So I like her.
From you and over a week.
Can't push. Gotta let go, right? In a few weeks, we'll visit some new schools, and you should just be yourself. And that's all that matters, okay? There's no big deal at all.
Love is a constant friend.
I'd like to show you something. There were 1 or 2 incidents in class.
And love is a hand to lend.
Kindergarten is so hard for a child, you know, who just
what?
There's nothing more.
You two have some choices to make here.
Maybe we should bring him to see someone.
Maybe the problem is that we started pushing him into this role.
You're the one buying him every princess DVD you can get your hands on, and then freaking out when people start to notice. Is it any wonder he's confused?
We try so hard to protect them, but it's never going to be easy to really see people, especially the ones we love.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
That looks so.
That looks
I'm
interesting.
excited that there could possibly be a film, a really good study of that.
You know, often you get stories about the sort of confused gender identity of a child, and it sort of wholeheartedly goes one way or the other on it. Whereas I thought the father's concerns there as to, say you were wanting to just play with Thomas the Tank Engine or just wear boys' things, you know, if one encourages that happening, are you forcing something that's just a passing thing?
Where does gender fluidity stop and transgender begin?
I thought that was really powerful.
It was, wasn't it?
But cute at the same time.
That's going to be so heart-wrenching, that story.
It sort of feels like it has a similar-ish vibe to Wonder, maybe less.
Yeah, I was thinking
Do you know what I mean?
there's something similar about the parents.
Absolutely.
What did you
Did
think?
Yeah, I liked it. It looked good.
Whoa, that's a lot coming from her.
It is, isn't it?
Well, it's a really good topic to challenge
It
in
is.
a movie.
It is.
And it looks like, from the trailer, that they've done it sensitively, intelligently.
I once wore a dress when I was a child. I did that because my mum ran feminist groups, and I wanted to show that actually, you know, I was as valuable as a boy to these feminist groups as I was as a girl, and I stupidly wore this dress. But, you know, there is that question mark of if you do something like that, at what point is that symptomatic of something else, and at what point is it just...
Well, it's only society that tells you that you wear a dress if you're a girl and trousers if you're a boy. They're just clothes. I mean, clothes have nothing to do with your sexuality or your gender identity. They have nothing to do with it. We are just told that. At a time when there's been so much discussed about transgender issues, gender fluidity, and there's a whole generation, your generation, you're growing up with this language and you understand it, but there's a whole generation that doesn't and wants to know more and is scared to ask in case they put a foot wrong. So I think this will be really good if this really tackles the issue in a really grown-up way. I think parents and children will go and watch this, and the parents will know less about it than the children.
Yeah, do you feel you're better informed about this subject? I mean, a lot of your friends are you would say are gender fluid, is that right?
Not a lot, but I know people that are,
Yeah.
Or transgender.
I mean, it's something that would never, I mean, at your age, I wouldn't have known what the hell people were going on about.
No way. I mean,
But
you
do you have
know
an
a couple of
understanding of
people
it?
that want to. You know a couple of people that want to transition, don't you, as teenagers? We didn't even know the word transition.
So do you think it looks like a good film? Okay, so let's put all the politics. So does it actually look that good? Does
Yes.
it look brilliant?
Yeah, no, it's sort of lovely. It's the sort of film I love. The study of the human condition. Am I right in saying that I think this is the first film that's tackled this issue?
I think
of
it
a
is.
child that young.
Yeah, I think it is.
Because we saw the documentary with Louis Theroux, and that's fascinating. So I think it's great now to have it in a drama.
Absolutely. And I'll repeat, I'm really pleased that it looks like from the father's perspective there's that tug of war between him and the mum, one wanting to sort of, not indulge, that's not the right thing, but wanting to follow the child's inclinations, and the other one wondering, well, hang on, are you forcing them down? It's a little bit like homeschooling, you know, sometimes we wrestle with that thought, don't we? You know, are we doing it for the kids, or are the kids driving us, or are we driving the kids?